There's a lot of information online about how to get a free laundromat or how to get a laundromat with no money down. Technically, these strategies are possible. There are people who acquire laundromats without putting any money down. But what you have to consider is that if you're getting something quote unquote for free, it's probably gonna cost you something later. Oftentimes when people are discussing these strategies, they're talking about taking over a laundromat that's been abandoned. So the owner who was running it left for whatever reason, the landlord has the space, you take over the lease, you've got yourself a free laundromat. But you've got to think, why was that laundromat abandoned to begin with? Chances are the equipment is old, there was some reason the operations weren't going well, and you can easily spend tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars putting in new equipment to a laundromat. So if you're getting something for free, you've got to think about why it's for free. Also, if a seller is willing to provide 100% seller financing, meaning they're willing to sell you the business and then you are paying them back rather than taking out a loan from a bank, you have to think about why they would be willing to do that. It's actually a pretty risky situation for a seller because if you take over the business and you stop paying them, sure, they can take the business back from you, but what if you hadn't been running it well? What if you didn't have experience and the business has now tanked? What they're taking back probably won't really end up being that valuable. I can tell you, I would only do 100% seller financing in two cases. One, if I was selling to a family member, someone I really trusted and who I wanted to give a leg up. I wanted to help them get into the industry. Or two, I am desperate to sell my laundromat. I've got to get it off my hands. So when you hear people talking about no money down laundromats or getting a laundromat for free, they're usually talking about assuming the lease, which is likely going to require some capital upgrades, revamping the space, putting in new equipment, or they're talking about getting 100% seller financing. And you've got to think, if someone is willing to do that deal, what problems are waiting for you on the other side of that acquisition?